Caught up in the 60s scoop, Brent Mitchell was apprehended by child welfare authorities at age 1 and eventually sent from Manitoba to New Zealand as a 5-year-old boy. And on Wednesday, he was reunited with his brother and his sister at James Richardson International Airport. Brent Mitchell, his brother Ron Mitchell, and his sister Penny Carberry joined me yesterday to record this conversation. Well, good morning to all three of you.
Good morning.
And really happy to have all three of you in this room on this show. I've got to ask you, and we'll start with you, Brent. What has this past 24 hours been like for you?
Oh, it's been amazing. Okay, when I got here, I was, I couldn't eat. Just walking through, I could see. I got family, it's like, I knew they were there, I could never find them, and this year's been amazing, eh?
It's really nice to meet actual family.
I've never gone through anything like this before. I didn't think that I would. I really didn't think I'd really find my brothers. So I'm overwhelmed.
I think it's getting to be typical brother and sister.
Yeah. As he shoots his dirty look across.
No, I saw that yesterday.
Now, Brent, you touched on what life was like for you in New Zealand, that you grew up in, as you put it, a home for, air quotes, bad boys.
I survived it, and I look back now and I think, I look back at those times and go, I had to go through that to get here. If I hadn't gone through all that and I hadn't met my wonderful wife, I wouldn't have met these two. I'm still quite emotional about everything, because I still, I want to find out where my mum's buried so I can go and see where she is, because they deprived me of my mum. I'm glad I've got these two nuts.
I can't wait to hear the rest of the stories that unfolds. Thanks so much for joining me today.
If anyone wants to sponsor a reunion in New Zealand.
They're both nodding their heads.
So my earliest recollections of my foster parents was down in a small town called Alexandra, and the cat that I had, which was just a little kitten, went out and it got covered in chemicals from, they were spraying the apples, and it died. And, I was upset, but they just threw it in the rubbish bin. It was like, don't need that, the way it goes, it's like, and then when you get all upset and angry, then you get beaten for it, to shut up. See, we'd have, say, monthly trips to the social services, and I was always told that, you go in there, you sit down, you don't say anything, or you know what you're going to get when you get home. So you just sat there, and I didn't know that all they were there for was to pick up a check, and then we'd be on our way. But they just come across as being this nice, super nice people, and it was just a farce, They're the greatest family around, and no one ever asked me anything. They just looking, he looks all right, and that's away you go. And that's how things went,
A lot of them had no idea when they came to a reservation of how we lived as Aboriginal people. There was no running water, there was no flushing toilets, there was no electricity, and for them, they consider that poverty. My first foster home was a very crazy, crazy home. It was very dysfunctional, lots of violence, lots of abuse.
In the 1960s, the number of residential schools had begun to decline, but Canada's child welfare system continued to intervene in the lives of Aboriginal families. forcibly moving thousands of children into white foster homes. The program became known as the 60s Scoop.
We lived that. You know, what you took from us, you stole my family. I want an apology from someone high in the government, a face-to-face apology. That would mean more to me than $1 million. But it has to have meaning for me. I'm sorry, I'm angry about this. I can't help it, okay?
It's justified.
I noticed it hit you pretty hard.
Yeah.
I'm very upset at the government. I mean, what gives them the right to do that to people, any kind of family? So yeah, I'm not happy with the government at all. Like, I've heard horror stories of, you know? I mean, some of them got beat, sexually molested. Thank heaven I didn't, but I mean, that's terrible. And people did it for money. You know, the people that adopted some of these kids. And my parents never got a cent from the government. Not one thin dime did they. And they never treated me like bad. Like, it was all good.
It was about 10 and a half, 11. And it was down right by the beach. And that used to be my, that's where I used to go and play. All on my own, you know, because I didn't know anyone. And then you have the, that's when life got even more complicated because, you had the nice guy there, the pedophile. I had no one to tell. I had no friends. I didn't know. I did a new school, so I didn't know nothing, and it just keeps going like that. It was on a basis when I didn't want, and it's like that part affected me. See, I used to love the beach, and now I hate the beach. I couldn't take my kids to the beach because now I struggle with my wife. Loves the beach, but I go there. Yeah, because it means so much to her. But it's taken me ages to get to there.
My hopes is really just that he finds that peace. He has been very restless, and I just want him to be happy. Because on a daily basis, I see what he's going through, and I sometimes see when he sits in the corner, I see the tears in his eyes. I see the hurt, because he's actually a really loving person. And he's very caring, and he deserves the best, because he didn't get that in the past.
Hello, is that Bill?
Who's calling?
This is Brent Mitchell.
Oh yeah, the long lost.
The long lost nephew, yeah. No, I was just calling to see how you were and how. He can fill in the blanks and let us know what she was really like. That's it, eh? You know, we don't know. Well, I don't know. You know, so. Yeah. Hopefully, just he comes through. You know, it's talked about Mum first, and he goes, "What do you know?" And I told him what it was put on the papers by the government, and he's just got so angry, eh? So I had to just settle him down, and said, we're all angry, you know, so he settled down after that, and he said, no, she was she was happy-go-lucky and easy to get along with. So until we were fine, she was a broken person.
Yeah. No doubt. No.
Happy. Agnes. He says he doesn't know where Mum is buried, but all he knew was she went Calgary or Montreal. Yeah. That's what he heard.
Oh, he just heard it.
Yeah, he just heard that. He's not sure. All the information he gave was great. He goes, I said, you know, we want to do things, you know, I want to know more, you know. And he says, yeah, he understands that. And he says, I'll take you to where your grandma's house was tomorrow, and I'll take you to where your mum was born. So I'll take to where mum. So the whole area, he knows it all. He says, no one else knows. He says, I know. You know.
There were times when he seemed lost and didn't quite know where he came from, where he was going. And I think he was seeking for that sense of belonging. He always said to me, if I could just know where I come from, you know, where I grew up, where my place of birth is, I think I'll feel better. And I think he'll find that peace that he was looking for.
Hey, you got to get out in style, though, eh? Yeah. Don't be stylish, okay? Yeah. Grandmother. Oh, this is her home, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is grandmother's home.
Our grandmother grew up here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she would have been just running around like... Yeah?
Playing in the trees. And
Yeah, yeah. Like we're just sort of going like this, and she'd be going like an antelope. Yeah. Yeah, just,
that's right.
yeah, and not a care in the world. See? And then if we were out here, we'd have been doing the same. What are you doing? Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
We're leaving the offering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do I sprinkle it or put it on a mound?
Put it in a pile.
Okay. Our grandmother's spirit. And I just pray that she guides us and helps us to find everything we need to know.
Yeah, I said, I've got to return to my home, and this is... I know I've never been here, but this is home. You just go through life and you just don't know where you come from. But here's where we come from. Yeah. As I got older, I was starting to think, I'm never going to make it here, I'm never going to make it here. But I'm lucky I'm here with my brother and sister, eh?
That's right, but
Yeah. Blood's blood.
It is.
my mother was here. I know that. And I don't know. I just felt at peace. I felt at ease standing here. Like nothing could bother me, right? Or hurt me.
It's overwhelming to actually find a physical place on this earth where my grandmother and my mother had walked. And I'm very proud to be here and happy, overwhelmed. Thank you, Grandma Bush. Thank you, Mother, for birthing us. And we love you.
Yeah. You can imagine us three out here. It would have been, as kids, it would have been heaven. You know, we missed out on so much. You know, and I missed everything. I didn't have a childhood. You know, give me foster parents who absolutely, you know. When I heard they died, it was the greatest news ever. Because I hated them with a passion. Yeah, and you're with them and then they tell you you're never going to be anything, okay? Well, I'm here and I am something, okay? And I'm here with my wife. I've made something out of myself. Yeah, I mightn't be rich, but I feel richer now because I got family. I have all the money in the world, but I got these two odd bods. But they're the greatest thing. Yeah, so I can die happy. I can die happy. If I die tonight, I'll be happy because I met my brother and my sister, and I will love them until the day I die. No matter where they are, though. Hey, bud? Yeah, I better leave it up. Yeah. Then when I hit 13, I thought foster parents wanted 2 years in Australia. And I thought, great, this is the trip of a lifetime and I get away from everything. Yeah, and so when we were travelling over on the boat and me being me, I was all excited, I was running around the boat and I was raped on the boat by someone. I must have gone the wrong way or something, down some place that I shouldn't have been in. And I thought I was going to die at that one because he had his ends around my neck. And I went to their cabin and they were sick and they just told me to get lost. So my Australian, I thought was going to be so great. And then they started complaining about the way I was behaving. And so I got into with a couple of guys. We got into the school and took some lollies and drinks, and we were up with the police. And I got locked up in one of their social welfare homes over there, and then they'd allow visitors once a month. And you know, you sit there and you're waiting. You said, "Where's Mum and Dad?" And these names have been called out, and I'd sit there and wait, and it never happened. Even we're getting down to the last hour. So, I don't think I'd given up then. I was in there 9 months, they saw me once. They were too busy travelling around and enjoying themselves, and I was stuck in that hellhole.
There he is. There she is. 98 years old, did you notice?
Yeah. God, you
It's
can
incredible.
imagine. Yeah. One hell of a life, eh?
They didn't play cowboys and Indians, it was cowboys.
Yeah. So this is... Shit, this is Grandma. Hell, I would have had 23 years with her.
Grandmother Bush.
Yeah, something like that, eh?
Great grand.
You know, been to where she started, and here we are. Gone full thing, eh? Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if she would have been there today to see us. Eh? Yeah, eh? She was there.
It's nice to see.
Yeah.
It makes everything more real.
Yeah. How the hell did she last till 98 from 1882?
If she was that old, am I going to be that old? I don't know if I like that or not.
I don't think I'll be around, but you never know. Boy, the story she could have told, eh?
I know that he has had a terrible past and he hasn't had a really, good start in life. And what I want to see at least his life ending well, good, and that he's at a happy place. Let go and release what has been done to him. My dream for him is to be happy, be whole as a person.
You're a brother and sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same mother and father, but look at us. I tell them the white sheep of the family.
The white sheep.
Yeah.
I've never heard it said that way. One of the biggest issues, of course, with the 60s scope is that so many of them were so disconnected from their identity, their culture, their way of life. A lot of them came back, and there's still people today that do come to us, and they want to learn more about their identity.
Yeah,
and
and
their
that's the same with
culture.
me. I know nothing. And
Like even in this community, that because the missionaries were so strong that we almost lost our culture here too. But some of us went back and started to seek the teachings of our ancestors. So that's why today we're into one of our most important ceremonies, the Sundance. A lot of these ceremonies have come back now. Which has brought a lot of pride, back to the people. Yeah.
Just as a gift to you.
I really appreciate,
Oh no, I appreciate you allowing me here.
Oh, absolutely. Now,
Okay.
what I want to do is I want to take you to the tree.
Okay.
Because that tree is alive. That tree will welcome you too, like in a spiritual way, yeah?
Gives me the shivers.
We'll take the three of you to the tree when I get back.
Okay.
Thank you
Okay?
very much. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll be right back now. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, it's already.
That's not it.
Yeah. No. It's giving me all goosebumpy.
I know it gave me goosebumps too.
Yeah, it's. To be taken to the sacred tree is, I can't describe in words what that would mean. I was gone. I didn't even know that they were playing. That's why.
Being taken to the sacred tree and having others praying for us for healing. And being welcomed into our family. It's just something I never thought would come. and I'm very honored. And I feel like a part of something.
I felt very honored to be part of this special moment, and I know how much it means to him because it's just, I know how much Brent has been looking forward to being part of his culture and to really know who he is and where he comes from so that he can have the strength to move forward.
With the Canadian government, I win. Okay? We win.
We win.
We take our life back. And it was our people that give us back. I've got to be happy. I don't need those tears, you know. That's how I was feeling. I was sad when I got there, okay? And I was sad for Mum too, but I don't know what was going on. I couldn't, but they just seemed to go away, you know, and there was no tears. It was like, you know, you're home.